How do the Orioles approach Bumgarner tonight?
Well, it's funny. I was in the lobby about 11 o'clock, and Scott Coolbaugh, the hitting instructor, says, "How do you think we ought to approach Bumgarner?" So I go, well, you hope that it's cloudy, which it isn't. You hope there's no shadows, which there are, and that you hope that he maybe makes a mistake. And probably the most important thing is obviously that Kevin Gausman's going to have to pitch well. But again, he doesn't. He doesn't throw hard as far as velocity. He's around 90, but he's got a lot of movement. He's got a great slider. The 90, because he's 6'5" and he hides the ball so well, probably seems like it's 95. 97. There will be shadows. Pitch is great, as you mentioned, 159 ERA. Dominates left-handers. They only have 6 extra base hits, 3 of those home runs. And they play well behind him. Just imagine you get to pitch, 5 World Series games, 4 of those starts. You pitch 36 innings and you give up 1 run. 1 run. An 0.25 ERA in the World Series. MVP 2014. You can go on. And yeah, he is a good hitter. They put on a hitting exhibition yesterday when they were taking batting practice. So, again, Kevin Gausman, if he's on, guys, hey, he's going to have to pitch a game. They had a statue for Gaylord Perry today. If you wanted to beat Gaylord Perry, number one, you hope that the spitter wasn't working that day, and number two, you knew it was going to be 1-0, 2-1. So that's kind of the way I see tonight's game.
Jimmy, no surprise that Gausman gets matched up with Bumgarner. It hasn't won a game on the road yet this year. What is Gausman going to have to do tonight to beat this guy?
Well, they are really struggling for runs. And, we saw, and to his credit, Dylan Bundy did not have, a good changeup last night, didn't have great fastball command. Maybe threw one curveball for a strike, and that was a hanger to Panic, and he had a single into right field. But he did pitch well, and he kind of made some adjustments. But the important thing was, I'm not sure that's going to happen tonight. He just as he did in Chicago, where he got 10 early runs last night. The Orioles were able to put 5 on the board by the 5th inning. So, he's gotten better. Now, they're only going to look for the fastball and the splitter because he doesn't throw a lot of breaking balls. It's not a quality breaking ball. A lot of times it'll get him into trouble. So hopefully he'll be able to throw strike one and then be able to pitch in. These guys are very good line drive hitters. We saw it last night. They worked the count pretty well. They foul a lot of balls off. So, again, it's going to be hard to see for them too. So get ahead, use all your pitches. Caleb Joseph said, well, how would you pitch these guys? I said I might hit one guy in the kneecap just to make him, understand that maybe I'm a little bit wild because, again, I think it's his 87th Major League start tonight. So, it ought to be a good pitch. He's been pitching well, guys, but as you know, Demper, he hadn't won since, the 13th of August in 2014 on the road. Yeah, he doesn't pitch as well when he's away versus home, but they don't play as well either, and we all know that. And, he's had a 2-1 loss on 2 occasions, 3-2, 4-3 on the road. So, the 0-8 shouldn't really be 0-8, but it is. Hopefully he may change that tonight. They beat Hamels, they beat Darvish. Maybe tonight they'll beat a tough left-hander at home, and not too many people beat Bumgarner at home here in San Francisco.